Coming up on 9 News Mornings. It's back to school time. Parents are all too familiar with the school supply list, but teachers also have to worry about buying what they need, oftentimes with their own money. Hospital staff are dealing with violence, sometimes even physical attacks. Now, the hospitals are trying to put an end to it before it gets even worse. And it's been 30 years since Colorado hosted one of the largest events in the world. We continue our look back on World Youth Day. 9 News Mornings starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. The team all finally back together. It's been a minute, right?
Yeah. It took a bit, yeah, but it feels good to be back. Trust me, I would have much rather been here yesterday than stuck in bed at home with a stomach bug. We're all good now. That was actually inappropriate.
You were on vacation. Sorry.
I meant a vacation. That's what I meant right there.
Oh, okay.
But it does feel good to be back, and we got a lot to cover today, especially in the weather department.
Yeah, out in northeastern Colorado, things are really going to set up for very severe weather today, and we meet some tornadoes as well as large hail, damaging winds, heavy rains. Let's take a look at what we've got going on right now. You can see the temperatures kind of on the cool side. We're seeing 50s and 60s over the eastern plains. Same for the west, 68 in Grand Junction right now. Look at the mountains, 30s, 40s, and a few 50s. As we take a look, you see that moisture pushing in from the west. We have a little disturbance also going to move on through, and here's the result. Just a few scattered showers for us. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but in northeastern Colorado, that's where they get a little bit heavier, and they stay heavy right through the evening hours, and here it is at 3 a.m. They're still rumbling around the eastern plains and into Kansas and Nebraska. So for us, enhanced weather, that is the best chance for the worst weather right over northeastern Colorado. So we'll see 85 degrees in Denver today with scattered storms, 83 for tomorrow with drier conditions, 90 on Thursday with partly cloudy skies. Friday we're at 91, and Saturday more of the same, 89 degrees, maybe a late day shower or storm.
Ed, thank you so much. Right now, a live look at your drive from CDOT out here. I-70 is and 270 is where we're looking live from right here. Very quiet, few cars on the road so far, and that's really what we're seeing everywhere as we look at 270 and Vasquez. No issues or slowdowns through the Commerce City area just yet. We do want to check in and show you what things look like across the map. We are dealing with that closure again of Highway 6. It closed around 9 o'clock last night, should reopen by 6 o'clock this morning, so about in the next hour. But from Golden and Highway 93 all the way to Highway 40, we're dealing with that overnight road work. So I-70 wide open and a great workaround option at this hour. If you're going to be traveling from Denver to Boulder on westbound Highway 36 here soon, no problems, under 20 minutes.
Right now, police in Denver are looking for an Indigenous woman who has been missing for more than a month. Connie Lee Hosey was last seen on June 21st around 6 p.m. Police say she was near High Street and Colfax in Denver. She has brown hair, green eyes, and a tattoo that says Nevada on her left wrist. Anyone with information is asked to call the Denver Police Department or 911. The interim principal at McAliffe International School is now on administrative leave. Denver school board members allege that he took part in keeping students locked in what was called a de-escalation room. The board members say that what happened at McAliffe was seclusion, where a student with intense behavior is placed in a room and monitored from the outside. That's not allowed under DPS policy, but it is allowed under state law. The school board said they started looking into what happened at McAliffe after a whistleblower emailed them. Yesterday, school board vice president Aonte Anderson said that whistleblower claimed that members of the administration, including assistant principal Micah Claver, stood outside the room and held the door shut while kids screamed and cried. The school board says they don't know the identity of this whistleblower and only communicate via email. Claver became the interim principal when former principal Kurt Dennis was fired earlier this year following an interview with 9 News where he detailed security concerns. The board says the students held in this room were students of color and claimed that what happened there was incarceration.
It echoes a dark past that we as a nation and a community pledged never, never to revisit.
If we're not framing this discussion about what happened to the children at McAuliffe as being wrong, we have a problem. That's humanity. That's dignity. What occurred with these students was not right and cannot be justified.
Over the weekend, a McAuliffe parent released an anonymous letter claiming her white son was held in the de-escalation room and said it was what was best for his situation. She accused the board of using her son's situation as a political argument and says she never heard from the district. With Claver out, Amy Bringendahl, the former principal at Northfield High School, will take over as interim principal at McAuliffe. In the meantime, the district will retrain staff there on DPS's seclusion policy, which states that students are not allowed to be taken to a room without a DPS staff member present.
Colorado families are trying to figure out if their pre-K student will really be able to go to a full day for free. More than 9,000 low-income families that planned on full-day pre-K are now being told they can only get half-day or pay the difference because the state ran out of money. Preschool providers are also caught in the middle. Early Childhood University in Greeley can take up to 192 students. Right now, 31 are enrolled. The state uses an algorithm to match students to preschools. Melissa Lellum runs Early Childhood University and says fewer students leads to tough choices.
We had 7 staff members last year, and now we have 3, which is myself, 1 teacher, and 1 teacher assistant. The landlord wanted me to sign a 5-year lease, and we agreed only to a 1, because I'm not certain what the future will bring.
And there's another catch. If more students are matched to a school, there's limited time to make sure they have enough staff. The first year of Universal Pre-K starts on Monday. Back to school season is underway right now. Thousands of families are preparing across the Denver metro area. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live outside of Aurora Highlands P through 8 on their very first day of school. And Brianna, it's not just students and parents buying all of those school supplies. Teachers often using their own money to cover the costs.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Corey. And teachers are so excited to see their kids from last year and the new faces into their classroom this year. What they're not excited for and not looking forward to is that long list of school supplies. And those school supplies can be anything inside of that classroom. So you name it, pencils, folders, notebooks, Post-its, cleaning supplies. The list just keeps on going. Teachers say those items add up and are not cheap. On top of the basic supplies they need, many teachers go the extra mile, and those extra expenses often come out of their own pockets.
People don't understand that welcoming environments cost a lot of money. I think it's a constant thought process. Like, you're constantly trying to meet those kids' needs. Some years I don't need as many supplies, and some years I'm like, oh, last year's group was really hard on these things. So it just depends.
That teacher you just heard from, she's actually a teacher right here at Aurora Highlands PH. She's a first grade teacher. Her name's Jennifer Turner, and she walked me through the process of what it's like to buy school supplies, what she needs every single year, and then the cost of it. That story is coming up in the next hour. Corey?
Man, you just feel for the teachers. They have so much on their plate for sure. Brianna, thank you. The Denver Public School District doesn't start for 2 more weeks, but this year students will switch to new healthy start times. That means that both middle and high schools will start later to support healthier sleep habits. So none of those students will have to go to the class before 8:20 a.m. But the elementary school times also had to change as a result of this. So be sure to check your child's start times before August 21st.
Packing your student lunch may be part of your morning routine, and food experts are urging parents to be cautious to ensure that it's packed safely. They say even a healthy lunch can go bad. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says that children are among those most susceptible to serious foodborne illnesses. That's why it's critical to pack perishable lunches in an insulated bag. Sandra Eskin is with the department and says to have 2 cold sources packed away to make sure the food stays under 40 degrees.
Those cold sources can be anything from a gel pack to, in fact, a juice box or a water bottle. You can stick the juice box or water bottle in the freezer, then stick them in the lunch.
If you pack the lunch the night before, leave the insulated bag open in the refrigerator to allow the cold to reach the food.
Colorado has another new law going into effect that aims to break down the language barrier in special education classrooms. This new law ensures that all individualized education plans are translated to the primary language spoken at the student's home. The key is to make sure parents and guardians can be connected to what's happening with their kids and be able to determine if their kids' educational needs are being met.
Colorado State University is in the works to become home to one of the most powerful laser facilities in the world and a leading research center for fusion energy. A high-power laser and fusion research facility will be built on the CSU Foothills campus. It is considered a potential new source of power. CSU has been a leader in laser research for years, but this will give the school an international footprint. The new facility is expected to be up and running in 2026.